My 6-year-old doesn't listen to a single instruction, even if we ask him nicely. He is very cheeky in nature and always wants attention and control. We do give him options and choices he can make, but he still struggles to listen to us 99% of the time. He also struggles to take decisions, as he will say no by default without thinking and then changes his mind all of a sudden. We get confused what he actually wants. And he doesn't take anyone and anything seriously and laughs everything off. It seems like to him, anything can be a tense situation, even when someone asks something simple from him. First of all, from the feel of this question, the child is defaulting to say no. It's not always defiance. Sometimes it is hesitation. Sometimes it's feeling insecure that if I say yes, is it safe? Like, is it safe for me to say yes? So you see your child giving you no answer by default, and then later changing it to yes, is them analyzing internally if it is safe for me to say yes. So that is a child who doesn't feel very secure in his responses, that is afraid of reactions. Now, he's very cheeky in nature, always wants attention and control. I see it as wanting attention, as wanting connection, more connection. And this is also evident by the next part of your question, that he's defaulting to no. The thing is, the more you give him connection, inshallah, the more secure he's going to start feeling. And ladies, the thing is, with this child, inshallah, for the mother, I'm going to say that before you give him an instruction, touch his hand gently, or like pat his back, or smile at him, or look at him in a loving way, an accepting way, eye contact, all of these things, connect first, and then give your instruction. And also I want to say about this over here, that he laughs everything off. Now, laughing and not taking seriously, sometimes our children cover the uneasiness with humor. So they want to make light of the situation because they feel so nervous and scared and intense inside. And if the mother wants to contribute to anything I'm saying, please feel free. Does that really describe your child? That is he like a nervous person? Sometimes they just use humor to diffuse the situation, to make themselves feel better when they're not feeling as secure and calm. This could be that you just need to give him more attention, more connection, and inshallah, you're going to start seeing this improve. And with saying no as a default, you can rehearse this beforehand. So how can you rehearse this beforehand? What you can do is then play games with him. Play games with him. How? For example, say that my hands are behind my back and they both have a treat. You can choose whatever you want. You want right hand? Yes or no? And then you want left hand? Yes or no? So then that way, in a fun way, if you keep practicing yes or no in a fun way. All right, we are walking in the house. Would you like us to go left or right? So in a fun way, give him lots of practice of making a decision, right? Once he starts feeling more secure, more safe, inshallah, this is going to start reducing. And my sister, maybe the child is being given too many options. Sometimes that also overwhelms the child. So keep the options simple. If you feel like he's really struggling with choices, then reduce the choices or don't give him any. Give more instructions. The next question is this one. My 11 years old, starting secondary, and he loves ignoring me. Anything I ask him, he smiles in my face until I lose it and I start shouting. Then my 7 years old whines for everything, very annoyingly, like a girl, with a loud, squeaky voice, which is like half crying, half whining. And she said, he's always putting his older brother into trouble. His older brother is not always innocent, but when he is, it makes my 11-year-old hate my 7 years old. Even if I ask him to do something, he treats me like a sibling nagging him. It feels like almost as if he has no character. And we always try to tell him to be like a rajul and a batal. That is like be a man and be brave. And don't get overly emotional for everything. Now let's take it one by one. So for the issue of 11-year-old who loves ignoring, he does need consequences. He needs a proper structure that's agreed upon before. You can use loss of privilege as well, last resort. But before that, remember the connection, the structure, and then consequences. This needs to be in place. And ignoring the mother, he needs to learn how to follow instructions. So then, if the mother is not having to keep repeating the instructions, if the mother knows that she can go strategically from instruction to consequence, the connection, instruction, and consequence, if mother follows these steps, then she's going to feel in control. She's not going to lose it. She's not going to start shouting because she has the structure in place. And like we said, the more times she has to repeat the instruction, the more likely she is to yell and get upset and lose it. So it's really good, really important to teach our children to follow the instruction first time. And then she said that my 7 years old whines for everything, very annoyingly like a girl. Now, sister, when you said very annoyingly like a girl, it immediately told me that you are using language that is embarrassing for your child. And you can never embarrass or shame anybody to behave better. Never. Embarrassment and shame are not the motivating or driving force for somebody to change their behavior. All they do is to put a person down and make them lose the motivation to do anything. So if you're using that kind of language, sister, I urge you to use an empowering language, more empowering language. Inshallah, teach the tools I've taught in this lesson, inshallah. Right. For the squeaky voice and half yelling, half whining, I have discussed this in my course. It's the tool of redoing, the redo. The redo is you can describe what happened, how did the child react, okay, what the situation that happened, how did the child react, and what they should have done instead. And then you invite them to redo it. And this, for this one, always putting his brother in trouble, this is sibling rivalry. And ladies, for that, I'm going to inshallah link the session under this video. You're going to watch this session, inshallah, is going to tell you how to like treat sibling rivalry from its roots, inshallah. But essentially, anytime he is trying to rat his brother out, anytime he's trying to get his brother in trouble, anytime he comes to complain about his brother, always ask him, are you telling me this to help him, to help your brother, or to get him in trouble? So he might say that, okay, my brother is wasting time. Okay, are you telling me to help your brother or to get him in trouble? Oh, I'm telling you to help. No, you're not. You actually want me to go and get him in trouble, because if you want to help him, you might have, talked to him directly. I've seen that this is a very good solution to anything. Like, for example, they come to you and they tell you, oh, my younger brother is eating all the candies from the jar. Are you telling me this because you want to help your brother, or you want to get him in trouble? So then they analyze it. They actually want to get them in trouble, because if they wanted to help the brother, it would be for something like the brother got hurt. Oh, my brother got hurt. The blood is coming out. Then they come to you because they want to help the brother. The brother is in trouble, or the brother is stuck somewhere, needs help, or so these are the helpful ways of making them think about the situation. All right. Now, right, he treats me like a sibling, nagging him anytime I tell him to do something. Here, you can teach him to disagree respectfully. And then he keeps nagging and whining. You can also teach him to let go, right? Let go in his mind and in his and stop talking about it. So then when you teach him to let go, inshallah, he's not going to be overly emotional for everything. All right, inshallah. So this about sums it up. Now, my gift to you. Thank you so much for all of you for staying here. And if you stayed here so far, I would like you to type 1 under my YouTube video. I will select randomly one person by the draw method, and I will inshallah give them the access to my Defiant to Compliant course free, completely free of cost. Not even a single penny. And in that, you're going to have the videos and the workshops, and you're going to have tool cards, worksheets. So you're going to have a lot of things, inshallah, at your disposal. And one person from you as a thank you for staying, or as a motivation for staying, for learning, inshallah, you're going to have Defiant to Compliant course free of cost. And for the rest of you, if you don't get chosen to have a completely free Define to Compliant course, or the other gift, then I will give you 50% off. If you sign up to the Define to Compliant course right after this video, then you can have 50% off of my course Define to Compliant. So then I'm going to tell you the code now. The code is half price, and all caps. All caps, use half price, and inshallah, you are going to have 50% off from your course. And there is also an option available to pay in installments. Alhamdulillah, I've had many students who are paying me in installments. Alhamdulillah, I have easy installments. So anybody, whatever you're able to pay per month, we can agree on, and then you can continue paying and benefiting at the same time. So these are all my gifts to you. Barakallahu feekum for staying. Where can we get access to the course, please? The course access is in the description of the video.